Hey, what's going on? Today we're gonna build this cool slingshot that when you fling it in the air, it drops down like a little helicopter. So you grab it, flick it, goes up, spins around, and spins in the air like so, okay? And it has a little light on the end, so the idea is that you shoot this off at night and you can see it really well. You may have seen some of these, but I'm gonna show you how I put this together, so pay attention. Alright, you're gonna need 2 rubber bands for this project. A pen that has holes in the top. Most big pens and other pens have these holes. Some kind of plastic. I found this on an old folder. Just cut it out. I don't really know how to describe it. Just nice, not too thin plastic would work. You'll need to get this template. You can download it in the description below. You'll need an LED, which you can find these online or tear apart an old flashlight, and a coin battery, CR2032. You can find these really cheap at your hardware store or somewhere. You can get them really cheap. A pair of scissors, some tape, and a hole puncher, maybe. Go ahead and take your scissors and cut out your template. Try to be careful around the edges. Just kind of take your time. And with your pen, go ahead and mark around the template. Now you'll notice that it may not do a perfect job on coloring around the template, but as long as you can kind of see it, that's all that matters. And you'll notice there's these lines on the template. Go ahead and put your template down again. I like to put it underneath so I can see where those lines are, and go ahead and mark them. These are actually going to be your wings, the wing, and where you bend them on the wing. Your copter blade, I should say. So go ahead and mark those. And again, the pen really does a good job of just kind of scribing the plastic, so don't feel like you need to really color on it. Just as long as you can kind of see it, that's all that matters. Okay, now go ahead and cut around the plastic. Kind of take your time going around the edges. Try to smooth it up. This is your helicopter blade. Alright, with your blade cut out, go ahead and fold it directly in half. I like to do this by just bending it from edge to edge, and then just kind of towards the middle, just kind of bend it, squish it together with your fingers. And then the lines, you actually bend them back towards you, so just kind of fold it over so they're facing outwards, and this will make more sense to me. There you go. So they need to kind of fold out. Sorry about the blurry video. Again, just kind of press down. Do it for both lines. Just press down and squeeze it together. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it kind of gives this shape. Alright, next thing you want to do is take your pen and actually put it into the plastic. That's where your hole puncher comes in place. And again, you don't need a hole puncher. I thought this just made it a little bit easier for me, and I just kind of stamped. You could use a pair of scissors and just do your best of just kind of trimming the size of a pen. It will slide through there, and I just kind of took a couple pieces out. And then take your pen, and at the bottom end of the pen, go ahead and shove it in. Alright, now let's go ahead and take our pen apart actually. So take the lid off, and usually there's this little plastic piece that holds the ink in. Go ahead and kind of twist and pull at the same time, and it should kind of slowly work its way out. So all you really have now is the tube of the pen and the back part that you can leave that in. So we go ahead and shove your pen in from the bottom end into your copter blade and bring it about that far down. I don't really know how to describe that. Maybe an inch and a half. Take some of your tape. I use masking tape, but you can use whatever tape, and tear off a piece. And you're just going to tape this on about right at the bottom of where the crease is, and just kind of wrap it around, trying to keep it kind of tight, squeezing your blade together. This is going to help hold on the copter blade so it doesn't fly off for us. Alright, you'll need a large paper clip as well. So go ahead and slide the small end around the hook of the lid and snap the big end around the top part of the lid. Kind of like so. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to so you can see how I did that. Now take your LED and you'll notice there's a long end. Okay, you're positive and the other ones are negative. That doesn't really matter right now. You'll see what I'll do with it. But go ahead and drop it into the lid. Just like that. It should fall through the holes in the bottom. If it doesn't work the first time, try again and kind of wiggle it so it falls in. So it looks like this. Let me focus my camera. There you go. Now go ahead and bend the longer prong, the longer lead down so it's folding underneath that paper clip. Okay, just like so. The shorter lead will just kind of hang out, but the long one folds underneath and hangs out. Now take your battery and with the positive end down, go ahead and slide the battery underneath your paper clip so it's touching the positive lead on that LED, and it will light up. It should light up. By the way, I have a flashing LED in this tutorial, so don't worry about that flashing. It's just the type of LED. And notice that because it's touching the negative part to the paper clip, it's lighting up. Okay, that's completing the circuit. But if I pull it away, it will stop flashing. So if it's touching the metal, it should be lighting up. If yours isn't, go ahead and rewind it. It should work just like this. Now I just took some tape, tear off a piece, and again, you don't have to use masking tape. And just kind of tape that battery in place, trying to keep that positive longer prong underneath the battery, because if it's not, it may not work. So anyway, there you go. That's the top part of it, and as long as that's connecting, it should light up. And just go ahead and push on your switch, your light. When I push this lid on, I like to take and kind of push it on really good, because what will happen is it will fall off when you flick it in the air. Now take the lid part, and there's that little plastic prong piece. Go ahead and bend that up. That's where your rubber band is going to slide underneath. That's the part where it's going to launch from. So it should look like this when you're done. Make it light up. You can even bend that negative prong over so you don't jab yourself. Take a couple rubber bands, and I like to cross them over so that it makes kind of one long rubber band. Gives me more stretching so I can really fling it. hook it around the prong, and you grab it from the end, the bottom, and you're just gonna fling it in the air the best you can. Hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. Hopefully you have fun with this, and good luck.